for it.
It is time for the second women's semifinal. If anything like the first one, we are in for a treat. First up, let's meet the referees for this match. The first referee from the Dominican Republic is Coronado. And the second referee from Argentina, Osvaldo Sumavi. And the teams. First up, let's say hello to the Brasileiros. Our first player and Olympian from 2012 in London. She was part of 2014's Team of the Year, a tour champion in 2014 on the F5EB World Tour. A 12-time gold medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Maria Antonelli. And her partner out of Rio de Janeiro, she's won 3 gold medals on the F5EB World Tour. Taught the game of beach volleyball by her mother, Isabel. Ladies and gentlemen, she is looking to make her proud. It is Carol Salgado Solberg. And their opponents from Germany, man, they look so good yesterday. They are absolute ballers. The first player, let's say hello to the player out of Stuttgart, standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall, a 2-time gold medalist on the F5EB World Tour and continuing to climb the ranks. Let me hear it for Chantal Lamoureux. And her partner also won 2 gold medals back in 2016 and 2017, looking to get her first gold here in 2018. Out of Friedrichshafen, at 6 feet 1 inches tall, it's Julia Suda.
And there you have it. The stage is set for the second women's semifinal here on Championship Sunday. I'm Triborn, joined with the Hall of Famer and the legend, Randy Stoklos. How you doing, Randy?
Good try. What a wonderful day at Huntington Beach. We're starting things off here with the Brazilians against Germany. Second match of the day. They're just obviously getting going right here. First ball goes into the net, 1-0 Germany.
Chantal Labrador back to serve out of Germany. Going to Caro from Brazil. Brazil getting another shot in transition after the block, and her partner, Maria Antonelli, puts it down.
Quite interesting for the Germans right now, really trying to read and take away that cross-court hit. They get the effective block to the first place. The next time they get the Brazilians sneak one in cross-court short.
Here we go, going at Julia Sude. And it's an easy dig for the Brazilians. Try to put it down with the soft cut shot, but Chantal is there, and she puts it down with a pokey back to the line.
Again, all these games start off a little bit of a pillow fight, and then all of a sudden they get going and they're swinging at the ball. But right now, all these matches are very, very important, and needless to say, this is do or die time.
Absolutely, and there's you will be seeing some physical play out of these, especially these 2 defenders. As you can see, they're just really physical, really athletic. Here's one of them right here, Carol. There it is.
The Salgado sisters, I know their family, I know Pedro, I know the mother from years ago. What a volleyball family, an incredible opportunity for Carol to play on the World Tour, but not only that, in Huntington Beach AVP event.
And her sister Maria, of course, plays full-time on the AVP Tour now that she's not playing for Brazil anymore. Wow, that was a beautiful shot, clean contact the left hand to the corner.
Maria's very cagey, I must say. She really doesn't look like she's a physical specimen, but she's a big girl and she's got a lot of really good shots and she's very smart out there.
The most experienced player on the court. This German team actually has been really good as Brazil and Carol gets the rope there.
With the stop.
But this German team has been kind of up and coming for years. They were good through the youth levels of their national team, the junior levels, and now on the world tour, they're kind of holding it down for the German women as Laura Ludwig and her partner are taking a break this year.
Well, they feel like that's an opportunity, but there's the Germans let one go with Maria serving a good ball down the line, hitting the back end of the line for a good side switch for the Brazilians, up 5-2 early in the game. It's an incredible serving opportunity to serve against that wind and get that ball to drift down and hitting that back line for the Brazilians. And the Brazilians now switch sides and go to the bad side with the wind at their back, with Germany receiving serve.
There's Chantal going with the cut shot over the block, but Maria reads it, goes high, and wow, we got a rally on our hands here. No one up for Julia, and she hits it out.
That was a pretty incredible play by Carol. She almost had a put away from her knees off the ground. What a spectacular play. The ball came off the tape, but she's on her knees, and she goes and hits this ball off the tape. And then needless to say, the Germans go and hit the ball out of bounds, cross court, on a pretty easy play. They should have kept that ball in the.
Here's Sude from the right. Oh, she's got a heavy arm, but she misses the block there. Must have been going for a touch.
Out of bounds, point to Brazil, 7-2.
This team is very steady usually. Obviously, they're down 7-2 right now, but kind of uncharacteristic start for the German ladies here.
And a
Few
fast start
errors,
for Brazil,
and,
7-2.
I think you won't see that for the rest of the match. I think timeout right here, and they'll get it together. But if you let it for a second against this experienced Brazil team, you're going to be down 5 points like they are right now.
Try them coming off a huge win, beating the United States yesterday. They feel really in the position that they want to be in, and obviously this being a semifinal for the girls, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And you're exactly right. Wait and see for them to get their motors going. But again, you know, the funny thing is for me is that all of the international teams that have come here to Southern California, this is a special opportunity for them. And this is one of the first times that they get an opportunity to come to these grounds. And all they think about as a young child, try to come here to Huntington Beach, Santa Monica, anywhere, Malibu, California, and here they are. And don't you think that they want to go and prove themselves and show the rest of the world that we play beach volleyball around the world and we're coming here with our A game?
Exactly, and it's usually the Americans' job to defend our home soil, but this week the international teams have gotten the best of the Americans, and we got some serious good volleyball on our hands for the rest of the day.
That's a great offensive attack right there out of the middle, passing that ball out to the middle. Sets gets put up and down. All of a sudden a turn back to the line with really nobody there. Germany trying to fight back, 3-7.
Kind of an unlucky play, uncharacteristic error there with nobody up. You got to keep that ball at least in bounds. You almost got the trickle there, though.
It all starts with the pass. You got to put that pass in front of you, push it up to the net, try to get an up and down set. That's the easiest ball to hit. And here we are with the attack from Carol on the outside to the pin. Gets outside and actually goes off the antenna for another point for Germany. And you're right on with your timeout call, and Germany coming back into the play right here. It puts a little bit more pressure on the things, and you can see that ball going off the tape in the antenna for the point. Germany, 5-7.
Here we go. They're going at Carol. Very athletic player and a very good volleyball family, as you mentioned earlier. Carol with nice vision there, finding the open court.
Carol with very long arms as it looks, and she really attacks that ball at a high level. She gave up a couple points, but that's how volleyball is. Points are being scored in bunches. And Carroll back to serve, leading 8-5 first game.
Tough pass for the Germans here, and they don't get an ideal look at that side out, but they get lucky as Maria hits it out. That thing's really close.
In the old school, everybody be running over to that line to take that look at that line, but it's just out wide, does not catch the end line, and the point goes to the Germans, unless they reverse the call here.
There's Maria taking a look at that line, as you mentioned there. She erases the mark, erases it from her memory, and from the sand.
But it went to the Brazilians, and the Brazilians are back to serve up 9-5.
You're right. They reversed the call. I stand corrected. And look at that. A call that could have gone either way now turned into a 2-point swing for the Brazilians.
Not only a 2-point change, but all of a sudden a 4-point change, really, to when you add it all up. Brazil back to serve here, up 10-5 right now, and really all of a sudden got a little bit of better momentum with a little lucky call.
Yeah, this game could have easily be tied, or at least a 1-point game right now. Chantal Labrador with the cutty.
I love that. She's really looking at the court, and it's surprising how many left side players get the reception. It's an easier ball to receive and an easier ball to put away because of the simple fact that you get to see the entire court. I really like going to the right side a little bit more because you don't have that, especially if they're not left-handed.
And Carroll coming in. I love that aggressive approach. She's always coming in to hit, which is going to keep the defense on their heels a little bit and hopefully open up the shots for her later on in the match.
Try, I think you're right on. It's such an important factor about coming and approaching the ball hard. Every time you come hard, you can go then and open up your game to your shots, because everybody feels like you're attacking the ball just as that. But there's a great dig by Maria on the left side, and now she tries to score, and she just pounds that ball off of her shoulder, off the German's shoulder for a huge point right there. That's probably no better feeling in the game outside of being a blocker, as you and I know. But digging a ball and scoring like that and putting it away after you dig a ball, boy, there's nothing better.
Maria back on the line. Up 12-6. Going at Chantal on the left side. Little push set and a little off speed. I like that. Change of pace, making the Brazilians think.
Yeah, it all starts with a good pass, and all of a sudden, like you say, it's a push set and then a little shot over the block right there to mix things up. It all starts with the pass, and if you can be consistent with that passing, you're going to go and make the game a whole lot easier, and quite a good point for the Germans right there. Down 7-12 and serving that ball out wide. They're trying to go and reach a little bit and trying to do a couple things a little bit more than that they really are asking themselves, and they're making that error in that way right there.
Here's Carroll going with the float serve up the middle. Sude takes it. And she goes angle. Beautiful read there by Maria, doubling up on that defense. They both took angle, and again she's there. She gets the touch. Maria is one of those experienced players who's going to make more reads rather than chasing down like some of the young players are going to do.
You know what I like about this with Carroll? She basically takes this third ball and she goes into what I would say putting the ball into the area 2 like indoor volleyball. Just stop letting them approach the ball in any kind of way. So, you know, it seems like that ball that gets thrown in short, it stops you from a good approach.
Absolutely, and we have the team comparison right here. You can kind of tell this is why the match has been going the way it has been. This is them throughout the tournament here this week. Both have great records. Germans playing a little bit more volleyball, maybe going to 3 a few more times, but both teams definitely worthy of being in this match.
Yeah, it seems pretty even to me, so that's where we're at right now. A very difficult match, but the Brazilians are taking a little bit of a lead right now. And needless to say, Germany down 8-13, game 1, serving from the good side. Let's see if Germany can create a rally here and score some points.
Carroll receiving from the left, and and she comes in hard again.
Sharp angle
down.
I
think, you know, Chantal on defense has been getting a lot of touches, but she can't come up with them like this one here. She's in the right spot. She's got overpowered by that attack.
It's just very difficult to go and block a left side player. They're coming in and seeing the entire court, and they're swinging with abandon right there. And then all of a sudden we get a little bit of a momentum switch here with a serve in the net by the Brazilians. Germany back to see. Let's see if they can go and take advantage of that mistake and compound and make a little bit of a run here.
Good talk there by her partner, and Carol lets that one go out. 15-9, Germany's gonna have to do something special to come back from this one, as they have Carol Salgado back on the line. We go to Julia Sude. And another good read by Maria. This is just experience right here.
It is experience. Salgado serving the ball from the left side. This is exactly what so many great volleyball players did in my era, from the Ron Von Hagens to the Jim Mingus to myself. And that's serving from the left side to the middle of the court to the right sider to their left hand. That ball, when they have to reach down, they can't see the court, they go up, all of a sudden the blocker takes a cross court, they panic and shoot that ball over the block. And here's the same plays over again, and here's the shot over the block again. Yeah. It's kind of a routine. Everybody's the same. They've got 2 feet, 2 legs, 2 arms, and they all do the same things. And unfortunately, this one didn't work out so well because the pass didn't really come up in the good spot.
Yeah, they definitely got him out of system though. That was pretty much the exact serve you were talking about.
They serve right up the middle, splits the difference. That's
delivers it right back at him.
Suda goes and looks like a ball comes off of her elbow here for the wobble ball to the middle of the court. And needless to say, ace goes to the Germans. Germans trying to get back into this match, 11-16.
Again, she gets this one off the tape, going at Carol Salgado, and there's a perfect high line, picture perfect. And we got a side switch with the Brazilians having plenty of momentum, coming back to what we were calling earlier the good side. Down on the sand, the wind hasn't picked up too much, so it's not as intense as it was as we saw yesterday afternoon. Maria going to the right sider again. And there's a big hammer. Nice swing down the line.
Yeah, you know, as a defensive player, I don't really mind that. How many times you hit the ball down the line, how many times you hit the ball cross court. Take percentages and take that cross court away. And let's see if it will affect the rest of the game in that thinking.
This one goes to Carol. They try to test her short. She comes in hard again and hammers it line.
And right back at you.
Well, if you can do it, I can do it, she says. Basically passing the ball perfectly, comes up, turns that ball down the line. Just absolutely perfection. The defensive player can't get over there quick enough.
Yeah, she's bringing in a lot of different looks here. Carol Salgado with the nice, perfect high line the play before. This one's a drop. Germany's out of system. Brazil's taking advantage. See if they can finish, and they can. There's another different speed and different look that Carol Salgado's bringing.
Yeah, Carol Salgado does the perfect touch. She pushes that ball right out in front of her. She makes sure that she's going to get the set that she wants. Goes up and attacks. Hits a great cross-court ball. And in a commanding lead at 19-12, Brazilian ahead.
And she is back on the line. And they're sticking on the right sider here for Germany. Julia Sude, another good read. And Maria gets her hand on it, but an even better attack by the right side.
It was a good attack, but Carol Salgado needs to go and put a little pressure. I always say, are you a better blocker or are you a better defensive player? Go to the best thing that you do. And I think with the long arms that Carol's got, she should stay up there and put some pressure on that hitter. But Germany trying to get back into the game, 13 down, 19. And there's a little bit of a serve out wide by the Germans, just pressing a little bit right now, obviously trying to make something happen because needless to say, they're down by a number of points. And here we are for point game of the first game of this set with Brazil serving. Ball goes to the right side or to the cross court. A great dig by Salgado coming off the net, but the ball doesn't come up high enough. Point goes to Germany.
Julia, really heavy hands. Whenever she gets a good contact on the ball, going to be hard to dig. I like that swing right there at the dropping blocker. Chantal Laboureur. And a big block by Sude. And
the move, but the net violation. Net violation.
So Germany is still alive.
And Carl's like, yeah, because
they still got their work cut out for them, but
another set point coming.
They've got to do something special. They got a side switch and a net violation on the Brazilians. Point goes to Germany. Germany back to serve on the good side, down by 5. And needless to say, they've got to put quite a run together to win this first opening game.
Here we go, going to Maria. Maria, they're in system, and that's going to be tough to stop every time. Although we did see the Germans at the end of the set, but we saw the Germans get a few at the end. What does that do for your team when you're down so big, but you get a few and gain a little bit of momentum towards the end?
Well, I think that's a little bit of a restart of the heart and really actually gets a little bit of momentum to the Germans by them even siding out those couple plays and getting those couple key points that got them somewhat back into the game. It puts a little bit more pressure on the Brazilians, but the Brazilians played awfully well in that first opening game.
Fans are already out here and feeling it early. Look at that. It's been a great weekend so far, and things are only heating up. It's still early here on Sunday, and this second match of the day, the second women's semifinals. And after this, we're going to have the men coming out here and to entertain these fans. And at the end of the day, these athletes are just entertainers, right?
Yeah, they are, and it's what's if you're able to see this feed and are in any proximity of Huntington Beach, get your tail down here and see some of the best beach volleyball in the world. FIVB AVP Huntington World Tour event. Really a special event, one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. And again, for me, to see these international teams come out here, they want to show the rest of the world that we play the game just as well as you do.
Absolutely. As Brazil serves it up, we got a nice second set coming, and I would definitely be surprised if the gap was as big as last set. I think these Germans are going to step up in this moment. The previous match that we saw, we had some quite different scores in the first 2 sets, with one team killing the other in the first set and then the opposite happening the next. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened here. We're tied up.
Yeah, the Brazilians, Maria passes that ball straight up and shoots that ball up cross court up and over the block for the point. Brazil back to serve 1-1, second game.
Carol going float at Chantal. Push set, and they call it. A little bit of a surprise on the Germans.
Double contact is the call.
I guess it was a double contact, but that's tight. That's tough. Take a look at this. You guys be the judge.
You know, you can see the contact is around the chin. They like to see that ball contacted a little bit higher above the head, and so that is not what's called the deep dish. Germans get called for that point, and it's almost kind of the same kind of set, but that set gets from the other partner, so it looks a little bit different, and sure enough, Germany scores that point, ties the game up at 2-2. And it's a sweet little shot down the line. She looks around and she chops it down the line, nobody home. Germany back to serve, 2-2.
Into the net goes Julia Sude, and Brazil's going to get another shot.
Try, what are you saying to your partner after she misses a couple serves?
Well, I mean, if she's getting aces and getting them out of system, I say, okay, keep going for it. But if not, then then maybe let's keep it on them and trust our defense.
Shoot to the outside.
You know, the interesting thing with the game of beach volleyball now, and what I think should happen in the future, is a swing block. I think a lot of the people are posting up and getting used down the line, and I think that the game will go because of the way everybody's trying to move the ball around, that a swing block is going to be really the way to go and take a little bit of a page out of the indoor game.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've used it myself quite a bit. If the attacker has me beat and I can't move laterally with my footwork, I'm going with the swing block. It's a lot harder to stay square and take those low angles that you need to take, but
it is a commitment. It is a commitment to the line, and obviously you getting all the way out to the pin, you give up something, but at least if you're looking at overall, a lot of the errors are being made by the blocker, but they're not getting all the way out to the outside.
And you will see it here and there, but I would not be surprised with the game speeding up if you see it more and more. That's a really nice wrist-away swing down the
Yeah, but the key to that whole offensive play was the little fake on 2 where Salgado had the jump, and then she had to jump again as a defensive player.
Here's Salgado coming to the middle. And she tries to go deep over the defender, but Chantal was there forcing that error. And here we go. Germany is on top. Julia Sude on the line, going with the jump serve with that heavy hand of hers. Going at Maria. And Maria gets the shot over the block, but the Germans double up. Chantal is there, pushes it up, and Sude puts it over back on 2.
It's a good defensive play by the Germans. They gobble that ball up on the right side. Ball goes up to the middle of the court, and the big girl goes and just taps it down for a key point for the Germans, up now 6-4. This is the first time that they have led in this match. And let's see if they can keep a little bit of momentum. And as it goes 1-2 for the Germans, it goes 1-2 for the Brazilians. And if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, Carol is unbelievable. I mean, she's had, I believe, 2 babies already.
Yes.
You can see the shape that she's in.
It's hard to believe.
That's just hard work to come back from having, giving birth and then come back and be in the shape that she is. So explosive and so athletic. It's pretty incredible.
Well, if I could say anything about the Salgado family itself down in Brazil, they are specimens. They always have been, and they're great people in the world of volleyball.
Partner Maria with the swing, and Labor can't come up with it. Carol back on the line. See what serve she'll bring the Germans here as they're down 6-7, looking to tie it up. Float serve to the middle of the court. And the Germans are switching up their offense a little, going quick, but that one got them out of system a little, but an error keeps the Germans in the lead.
Yeah, the Germans got lucky right there. I really didn't feel like they passed that ball to the middle of the court. All of a sudden she stepped in and then tried to hit a ball, a little flare to the outside, really with no power because you're obviously going away from the ball. And then sure enough, the Brazilians make the error with Maria hitting that ball down the line out of bounds. Advantage goes to the Germans, up 8-6. Serving from the bad side, now they're going to go and give you a little bit of their own medicine, and that is a little fake block right here. Germany up to go and attack. Set goes over the net, and Brazil takes advantage of that and pokes that ball to the ground.
Look at this, 7-8. This is the kind of match we expected. Very tight. But the Germans maintain the lead. See if they can open it back up to 2. The side out. Maria hitting that jump serve. So we got both the right-siders hitting jump serves, and then the left-siders are hitting floats.
Yeah, this game is a little going on, a little teeter-totter here. When all of a sudden there's an overset, a point goes to Brazil, and now a service into the net for the Germans, point goes to them. Germany up 9-7, second set.
Wow. Love that swing.
Challenging the block right there. Maria from the right side attacks and really almost hits the field goal through the blocker's hands, but is swinging aggressively, and you gotta love to see that.
It's kind of the same swing that that the other right sider, Sude, was doing earlier. I wonder if one of these blocks is going to make that adjustment. Maybe front that line as Carol gets an ace up the middle.
That's such a sweet serve. I really, really like that serve. It's one of my favorites, one of my 3 favorite. And from that area, she really has mastered that. That ball, especially with the wind blowing from the water to the inland, it's blowing the ball inside the court. And this ball goes to the left sider, and she shanks the ball. There's 2 points in a row for Brazil, as Brazil now takes a bit of a lead here in the second set, 10-9. It all starts with the serve, and it's like a chess game out there. What are you going to do, and where are you going to position that ball so you can play defense against your opponent?
Now the left sider kind of sneaks in to come and get it, and so they're still trying to run that quick offense, but it looks like they kind of got themselves out of the system a little more than the defense there.
You know, I think that the game is progressing throughout the world in different ways, but let's remember one thing. This game is hard enough and difficult enough, so let's remember, let's be fundamental. Let's not try to go and think that we're on an indoor surface where we can go and get traction to go and pull one way or the other. I've seen some teams do it from around the world where they make a run and make a little set in the inside, and they'll put that and surprise the block, but it's a very difficult thing to do, and the percentages for me are not on your side.
Yeah, I mean, definitely harder to execute when you're going to run a fast offense like that, and then also when you're, from a footwork standpoint, like you said, you can't get traction, but she's also trying to fake an inside approach and then go out. You only have so many steps and so much time to get there.
And if you were 6'8", I could see it, right. But when you're basically just rounding about 6 foot, and all these girls and all the players, both the men and the women, are just enormous big players, and around the world, just that is the makeup of a beach volleyball player. You must be tall, you must have long arms, you got to be quick, and obviously in well-conditioned athlete.
Carol going with the float, same thing up the middle, making the Germans decide who's going to take it. Julia challenging the digger again. Maria can't come up with it. A little bit of a surprise. They caught Maria high, but she was sitting right in the right spot.
Yeah, Julia really kind of sold that all the way, from taking that ball from the right side and then coming square straight in and then turning cross court. That surprised the Brazilian defender. And needless to say, the game gets a little bit tighter on this little side switch.
11,
overall,
10.
Beautiful day. A lot of people out here already. They've taken advantage. They've seen what's going on here. Usually what happens on an event like this, that the Saturday event happens, there are just thousands of people come down, and they all call up their friends, their buddies, and everybody else and go, you guys got to get down here. And sure enough, you can see it. The parking lots are getting full, and we're early on in the day, second match of the finals here at Huntington Beach AVP FIVB World Tour event. It's been great week, and I have to say I would love to see a lot more of this going on in the future.
Absolutely, I've heard nothing but good feedback from the players, the staff, and for sure the fans. 11-10. Brazil is up, and they've taken a 2-point lead. A little bit of a fall off here for the Germans. They're going to have to turn it around quickly if they're going to have a shot. Here's Maria. Float serve, your favorite float serve. To that right sider on her left side, but another really nice line swing. That is a hard swing to make, and the block basically gave it to her, but it's a hard one to execute.
Well, unfortunately, she hits one ball down the line. You know that the other 9 are going to go cross court, so really it's not a bad play that the Brazilians missed that play, because it all started with the serve, and they put it into the good spot that the player really has a difficulty, especially from the right side, seeing that ball and attacking that ball. And here we got Germany scoring a point with a really good little touch 1-2-3 there and up and over the block. Just go and tie this game up at 12, second set.
One of the hardest balls to make a play on is when you're coming down from a block and you have to reach behind you, but Sure does it really well right there. Chantal, 12-12, going at Maria. And there's the line swing, and the block did make an adjustment a little bit. Stepping into that line, wasn't quite as sharp straight down that line as the last few swings from Maria.
Yeah, it started with a good pass, and she had a good approach, but she makes the wrong decision. And look at the blocker. The blocker's not even over the net and takes away that area. I don't care how you do it. Point goes to Germany, 13-12.
And that ball goes out. It almost looked on that previous play like I think Maria was challenging the box. She saw that she's off the net, and she was thinking, okay, you're not going to block me from there, you know? You can just hit a block off the net, and there's a good chance you're going to tool it. But right there, ended up getting it back into the court. 13-all. Carol back to serve up the seam. And there's a clean high line.
You see that play, really, if you look at the right-sider from Germany receiving serve, her eyes don't see the court whatsoever. If the blocker takes the cross court and the defender comes over and gets that shot over the block, it puts a lot of pressure. And you'll notice and see that a lot at the end of matches where really people are trying to figure out how we score that last point.
Here we go. Here's Maria. And the defense is there. Brazil thought it was down, but Germany hits it out anyway.
And it was exactly what I was talking about. Sure enough, Germany takes a cross court. The defender comes over the block and gets that ball up, and unfortunately takes a swing down the line and hits it out just wide to give the advantage to Brazil as a side switch, not only as an advantage, but now Maria from Brazil back to serve, 14-all.
This is what we want to see. You want to see 14-all going into this last third portion of the set. Germany's in system. I like that. A little delayed cut shot where she lets the ball get over to her left shoulder for a split second, which makes the defense think that she's going to go high line with it, and then she cuts it back.
Yeah, as they go to the left side or here on the replay, you can see it. She looks over, says, nobody's into the cut shot. Well, I'm going to put it there. As the Germans go up again, 15-14. Let's see, as a must-win situation for the Germans right now. Brazil attacking off the block, down the line, as it's just a really good swing by Maria.
Both teams challenging that line block multiple times, and it keeps working. So wouldn't be surprised if they keep going at it. Carol coming from this high wind side, going at that seam again, challenging those Germans to communicate. And another one, Maria gets her hand on it but can't come up with it.
That's just a good swing, you know. The reception from the Germans from the left side, pass the ball to the middle of the court. They square up like they're going to come back to the line, but she hits the ball down the ball in the middle, and Brazil makes an error in regards to digging that ball. Again, Germany up 16-15, and there's a great serve. We're going back to the well right there. Point opportunity for Germany from the right side. They play a little ball in the middle. It gets blocked. Again, attack from the left side. Ball gets poked deep cross court. Maria's on the ground. Point goes to Germany. 17-15, and obviously gets a little bit of huge momentum right now in a must-win situation for the Germans.
What a play. Nice execution there at the end of it. And that's just kind of a nice instinctual play, pulling it. Block, gets that trickler across the tape, and great play by the Germans. 17-15.
Brazil calling that timeout. I see them chapping at each other there underneath the umbrella. They're obviously trying to figure out what we do, how we do it. We don't want to give this away. We don't want to go to a third and deciding set that anything can happen. But obviously a good timeout by Brazil, down 2. Let's see exactly if they can go and kind of gather themselves, try to get a side out here on this reception of serve and score this next play and try to get 1 point closer to their victory after them winning the first set.
Brazil
over Germany.
Fans travel well, as we saw we see a few of them across here in the stadium with that Brazil flag. It seems like almost everywhere you go in the world, there's going to be some Brazilian fans.
It was back in the day, and it still is today. They're passionate about their sport of beach volleyball.
Here we go, Maria from the right. Chance to put it within one, and she does. Nice little cut shot right there.
Yeah, the Germany let them off the hook right there. Subconsciously, I think that the defensive players got to stay on that right side and take that cross-court hit away and then get the shot over the block. She commits early, everything's wide open. Maria looks at it, an easy cross-court tap for the point. Down 16-17.
Here we go. Sude from the right. Tough swing because the set's coming over her shoulder, but she buries it in the net. Very unfortunate error there. I think they definitely had the advantage with no block, but 17 all as you see that ball go into the net.
It's one that's hard to swallow, especially you don't have any defender up there at blocking, and you hit that ball in the net for an automatic point. And here's Germany again attacking. Gets blocked by Salgado, makes the great play, turning the ball back into the court from the line. She says, I've been beat so many times by you. I'm going to take that one away, and let's see if my defender can dig the cross court. Point goes to Brazil. Side switch. Brazil's up 18-17. Wind at their back. This is going to be very interesting. Usually the good side is when you have the wind in your face, as the Germans just got onto that side. Let's see if they can receive serve right here and tie this game up for a must-win situation for the Germans.
Will Maria stick with the jump serve? Yes, she will. Bring in the heat. Well received by the Germans, but offset, and they're in trouble now as Maria's going to get a chance. Nice dig by Chantal. And Maria, of course, makes another nice read. Cut shot goes down, and Brazil takes a 2-point lead all of a sudden. What a swing, 4 points in a row.
She said, give me a second chance and I'll put that ball away. She makes a credible dig down the line. She gets a ball set to the left side and she swings when that ball's off the net. And I love to see that when a ball's off the net. Those are the ones that you want to swing at. When there's a perfect set, that's the one you want to move around. 19-17, Brazil up, serving from the bad side. Germany receiving from the right, swing cross court and off the block, and they're trying, and Brazil is now complaining about a throw call.
Yeah, that set, there was a little spin on it, but the refs haven't been calling much this week. Seems like they're just kind of letting anything go. FIVB in general is having the refs call less sets. Some of the old timers that I've heard don't really like it because, you know, you like to see those nice buttery hands with no spin on the set.
The purity of my setting back in the day put a kind of a standard, but ultimately the game's been loosened up a little bit. But ultimately, let's see if that really affects them. Now Salgado goes to the towel and slows the game down even more. Let's see if obviously the Germans can score here in a must situation. And there's a great serve to the right side. Now they're just going to bump that ball over. Point opportunity for the Germans. Ball goes out.
That is out of bounds.
And now we're into a 19-19 game. And it's amazing how that momentum goes. All of a sudden you complain about it. You go up there, you try to go and clean off your glasses. You try to take a little time like you're going to go and take total control of the game, and it works against you.
Here we go. Chantal going to Maria. Germans looking to get set point with the defensive play, and they do. Off of an error from the veteran Maria Antonelli and Chantal Labrador.
Antonelli is obviously receiving the ball perfectly. She's backing up a la Bruno, and she's approaching that ball, but she just hits that out wide up and over the block for point game for Germany in a must-win situation.
Here we go, Maria with another shot. Germans looking to take them set, and Maria puts it down. Good vision, staying calm, cool, and collected, and she delivers.
You gotta win by 2.
It's so smooth.
Yes, it's again a good pass set. She says, I missed it once, I'm not gonna miss it twice, and Brazil knots the game up at 20 all, game 2. Salgado serving from the left side. Let's see if she goes to the left side, right side, or the middle. right down the pipe, left-sided receive, serve, ball gets set to the middle of the court, and she hits this ball. Really, that's a tough ball to hit. Normally you want to go up there and swing that line. She sees that there's a wide open thing. That's a very aggressive and very smart play by the German, hitting that ball cross court up and over the block. Set point for Germany right now, and the Germans serving from the right side. And she goes for it, and it's just out wide, just long, I should say. And we got a side switch at 21 all. We side switch at the multiples of 7 games, total of 42 points. And the Brazilians are now in kind of the driver's seat, I would say. Not to say that they're serving for a point right now, but they're on the better side.
Right. Here we go, Germany. Right side's gonna get a shot. She goes deep angle as Maria breaks for the line. Great shot, and here we go. Germany again looking to get a real one, take the set and push the 3.
Salgado getting a little frustrated right there, going, hey, listen, I wanted you to dig that ball, but Salgado's got to think about one thing only, taking away the strength, and that's a cross-court hit. Now they go to the right side for the Brazil. Brazil attacks. Just absolutely gets roofed at the net to win the second set and push us into a third and deciding set. Brazil against Germany. Just what we came for.
That's what I'm talking about. Germans never giving up. This team is so steady. They're always going to bring it. And look at this, the biggest block of the match so far. Big one by Julia Suda.
Yeah, and they're probably looking, the Brazilians are looking at it and saying, you know what, Salgado, I wish you would have done that a play before and we would have won this game. But here we are in the third and deciding set. Now, it's always a very interesting one, and I kind of present this to the public and to the people that are listening. You know, I've looked at this game for such a long time. The team that gets to 5 first wins 80% of the time. And how do I know that? I've been doing stats for such a long time, and it's a scary one. Because when that team gets to 5 and has an advantage by 2 points, they win 80% of the time. So that means that if you are playing this game and you play it 10 times, you're going to win 8 out of the 10 times.
Right.
I like that percentage.
Definitely. So, I mean, a lot of us pros, we're going to practice that, right? So when we're at practice, we're playing games to 15, but we cut it into 5. So you're playing basically 3 games to 5 instead. So you start training your mind to think that way.
Yeah. You know, and ultimately, you don't want to hang your hat on that statistic because there is a 20% chance that you can't come back and win. So you want to stay with your game and stay what is working for you. And Brazil gets the opportunity to serve first. And I think it's an advantage, actually, for the Germans to receive this serve first and serve out of the third bench.
Maria back to serve, and that goes deep. Good eye there by the Germans. That's a tough one to read. Maria brings a lot of heat from the line there. And here is Chantal back going with the float. Oh, an unfortunate play. Both players had a nice play on it. Chantal Labor would have been there if it didn't go off the block, but you always want your block to be aggressive and try to get those touches if they can.
You're exactly right. Chantal was going, don't. And the ball gets touched on the block and goes off, and she can't make the play. Tied up at 1-all. Third set.
Who will get to 5 first? Germany looking to get to 2, and they will.
Suda. We get one off
Julia Suda.
As this game goes on, it gets a little bit more tentative. Obviously, the serving and the jump serving is not as aggressive. They don't want to make the mistakes, and it's a do-or-die situation right now. Germany up 2-1, third set.
Down the line, Maria fights off a great serve and delivers deep in the court.
2 good plays. One from the serve from the Germans down the line with a great diving pass by Maria, and then the hit by Maria, really showing what she's made out of for the Brazilians, tying the game up at 2-all.
Maria back to serve, going to the Germans on the left side. They try to come quick to the middle, and a nice read by the defense. Carroll there diving back to the line.
The last couple of games, they played that ball out to the pin. They tried to go and run a ball into the inside, and Salgado goes, I'm not going to be tricked. I'm going to stay with you, and takes away the cross court for a huge point for Brazil to go and get a natural point, going up 3-2 now. Brazil back to serve.
Here we go, Chantal Laborde tries the delay cut shot that worked earlier, but doesn't work this time. Nice read on D. She's going to get another shot at it, and there's that line block again. Carroll making a great adjustment here in this second half of this match. Look at this dig first, and then the kill here. Germany taking the 4-2 lead.
And again, Germany trying to slow things down, cleaning off the glasses. Okay, we made a little play, but Brazil back to serve.
Brazil with the 4-2 lead is what I meant. And that ball is in
right on the
right on the line. 5-2 Brazil.
We'll try. We got to the magic number right there. It's an incredible serve by Maria, and this is what you need to do if you're going to be winning on the World Tour. You must serve lines, and sure enough, she does for an ace serve and a great 5-2 lead. Timeout, Germany. Now, Germany's in a very difficult situation right now. Needless to say, this game is to 15 points. With each side switch multiples of 5. And right now, who's in the driver's seat?
Brazil's obviously in the driver's seat. The percentages are in their favor, as you mentioned earlier, but you're never out of it. 5-2, not too big of a deal. You win this next side switch maybe, and the Germans are looking pretty. Like I said earlier, these girls battle. The Germans are always battling. Of course, the Brazilians are very tough. They're used to being in this position where they're up in the third set, but this is a World Tour semifinal. Anything can happen.
And I think a little bit of an advantage goes to the Brazilians. They're coming off their summer. They've been playing on their domestic tour, and this team alone, I think, was the #1 team on their Brazilian women's side. So they are used to this and know exactly what they want out of this. Serving to the left side, they run a back set. This ball goes up and over the block. That's very, very tricky and very, very tough to do right there. And then it's a situation where, you know, the percentages are against you in that risk and reward situation. But Germany scores that point, and they get back into the game 3-5, serving.
Nice vision by Maria, going with the off-speed line shot.
You know, I don't like that serve from the right-sider to the right-sider because it just makes it like a pong game. The ball gets passed perfectly up into the good spot, ball gets set up and down, ball gets put away easily, where there's no trouble for the defensive player to go and get.
Out.
This is a game of momentum, and obviously Brazil goes and serves that ball, trying to be aggressive, serves it out wide. Let's see if Germany can kind of capture a little bit of this momentum and try to get really back into this game, down 4-6 on the bad side. The win's really not a help or a hurt. It's a kind of a side win right now. And again, Germany trying to serve well right here, serving out of the left side. Let's see if she can go and put a little bit of some pace on the ball to go and score some points right here. Great serve to the left sider. Ball gets chopped down the line as the defender doesn't even make a move to the outside. So there's not any kind of good balance by the deep blocker and defender in that one play. It's an easy put away. Let's see how Brazil really acts like now, being up 3-7-4.
Here we go, Maria back to serve. Going to the left side. That set comes inside, and a big aggressive approach by Laborde. And she puts that one away nicely. Gotta like her staying aggressive at this point in the match.
Yeah, you gotta love how she passes that ball. She kind of wants to always lift it and give herself time, and she does, and she attacks from the left side. Point goes to Germany. Brazil on the reception here from the right side. Ball gets blocked on a little cut shot. Maria hustling. Ball goes on top of the net. Oh, wow. And the ball goes up and over. A Germany attacks, but Salgado goes, you still got to get it by me. And she stays up in the net and blocks a really big point of the game. Yeah. And as you can see, there was a lot of great movement here, but Salgado turns around with her long arms and stuffs the German for an 8-5 lead.
I think that's a huge missed opportunity there. Brazil back, serving 8-5. And she stays aggressive, but Carol's been so good at the net during this matchup, getting such a good read.
For the Brazilian.
The ball gets again set right to the middle, and Salgado goes, you know what, I just blocked one. I know how it feels, so I'm going to go and just jump in and take away your middle hit. And sure enough, just stuffs that ball for a commanding 9-5 lead.
Very
set
disciplined. 3. It's really easy to want to reach on those plays, but she stays true to her defense. There's a nice little off-speed shot that goes down, but Brazil has a commanding lead here, especially for a third set, as they look to win the race to 10.
Germany kind of smart there. She gets the team gets blocked 2 times in a row, so they go to it a little bit of an off-speed, little dinky shot up and over the block. Germany now trying to get back into this game. Serving from the good side, they go to the left side or Salgado. Salgado attacks from the left side, chops that ball inside and like there's nobody there. There's big momentum, and then when you do that like that, you feel like you're on top of the world. Great reception, great set, turns cross court and goes, okay, this is our match.
Love the confidence there from Carol and just that style of play, so aggressive, confident. It puts fear in your opponents when you are playing like this. Ruthless, taking over Carol Salgado.
Absolutely sweet by Salgado. She goes and basically throws that thing back and says, get it out of my house.
Look how hard she approaches. And
you rarely see that for the women's side, and she's really taking control of the net, and it's all about how you approach yourself and being your attitude as a blocker, and she's really on fire right now. And I don't mind that, but the Germans make a good ball control to hit down the line and try to test the blocker, but the blocker's going, you know what, I know you're going to hit it one time down there, but the rest of them you're going to hit cross court, so I'm just going to stay with my game right here. Germany needs to get back into this game, now down 7-11, game 3. Do or die.
Here we go. Chantal back to serve. Germany needing something special here. And of course, Maria with another beautiful line shot. Seeing the block dive angle, and she brings the heat down the line before the defender can get there.
You know, I don't even know if the blocker even dove into the angle. She kind of almost just started angle and said, you know what, if you can hit it, and she did. It looked like a big alley for her, and she hit that ball down the line. Brazil now up
12-7.
12-7.
Here we go. Can the Brazilians put him away now? Not quite yet. So Chantal.
We switch sides, 8-12.
Chantal just snapping that ball from the left side. It's going, you know what, I'm going down or going up.
Get back in this
swinging. And she really put a little pace onto that ball. And now the Germans really got to make a good run right here. And let's see if it starts with a good serve. Out of the left side, Germany back to serve.
Trying to bring the heat. She goes at Maria and forces an error.
Short point to Germany.
Kind of a miss hit there by Maria. Germany creeping back, 3 points. Very doable. We've all seen bigger comebacks than this. And this is a girl you want on the line when she's feeling it with that serve. That's a beautiful serve up the middle. And they get a free ball out of it. Julia Oh, staying aggressive.
But Yulia on 2.
Wow. It's amazing when you have to do what you have to do, and timeout goes to Brazil to slow down momentum, but let's see if that really stops the momentum. Germany, knowing that this is a must-win situation for both teams, but right now with the Germans down 10-12, they're in the same situation as they were just 2 points ago. Needing to go and serve tough, extremely tough, and to get the Brazilians into some trouble, because if they just play the side-out game, they're going to lose.
Yep, absolutely. They've got to stay aggressive from the line. They've been aggressive, but they've missed a few of those serves earlier in the match. You like her going for her serve, though? It's obviously working right now.
You know, it's not about going for it. It's about just really mastering what you've done your entire life. You really want to get up there and just attack the ball and serve the ball in a good spot. Sometimes when you don't know where the ball goes, they don't know where the ball goes. So be aggressive, and you know for what they need to do here is to basically put in a very tough serve. And again, here's Germany back to serve, and let's see if she delivers. Goes to the right sider to Maria. Maria tries to take a shot down the line and gets gobbled up, and sure enough, Brazil goes right back to it. Salgado shoots the ball down the line. Here's another second opportunity for Germany. Germany gets blocked by Salgado. She tries to turn the ball back to the line. Salgado celebrating in knowing that is just such a huge point of this match right now.
Wow,
giving the opportunity for 13-10.
Unreal block, just instinctual. Reaching, getting some kind of contact on it, and that was huge.
Try, I think that's a 4th block for Salgado just in this game. If you block 4 times, you should win.
You should win, right, especially in the 3rd. Here we go, Germany looking to stay alive, and they do. Another, got it back in within 2. This is a game.
It's either going to be a 1-point ball game, or it's going to be match point Brazil.
Again, there's not really any kind of help or hurt with the win situation. Let's see what type of serve is being delivered by the Germans. Back to serve. Reception on the right side by the Brazilians. They shoot the ball up and over the block to make this game 14-11 side switch, and obviously putting Brazil in a great situation to win this match. And it's an easy shot up and over the block for the Brazilians. And Salgado, let's see what she does. You think that she's going to go out here and just try to deliver an ace knowing that she's up 3, or she's just going to get this back into the court and try to play her steady game? I would say that she's going to kind of go for something here, but she throws it to the left sider. Germany attacking from the middle, gets blocked again, but it goes out long. Oh, the only one that she blocked that she didn't get this match. And again, right now, we're at 12-14.
Here we go. This is match point. The score is 14 Brazil, Germany 12. Julia Sude on the line, going with the jump, staying aggressive. Great serve. Maria fights it off, and for the match, she puts it away down the line. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have an all-Brazil final coming up.
All-Brazil final. Great playing by both teams. The edge goes to Brazil. They are just as happy as can be. Needless to say, they're just like Southern California volleyball players, those Brazilians, and they're coming here to go and say, you know what, we're going to show you our style. We're going to show you who we are. Look at Maria talking to the camera. She's just loving it. Congratulations goes to the Germans for hard-fought matches throughout the whole week. And what a scene that we're having here, just getting started.
It is not over yet for those German ladies. Of course, this is an FIVB event, so they play all the way through to the bronze medal match. Germany will face Canada in the bronze medal match, and then there'll be 2 Brazilians at the top of the podium fighting for that gold medal later on today. And what a match we have. The men are now starting to warm up, but for right now, we're throwing it down to the interview.
Carolina, Maria, congratulations. What a victory. What's the key to keeping your composure when the Germans keep coming at you hard?
Oh my God, that was a crazy match. They played so good. We played against them in the I don't know, 2 games before, and was a totally different match. We served much better in the other match, so we knew that they were prepared and would come with something different. And it was a really hard game. Every time was close. Really, I think me and Maria, we always believe and support each other, no matter what. I think that's so good to play like this. I love being in the court, so it's so good to have someone to share this energy and have fun together, even the nervous moment, you know, when you are like this. So it's so good.
Yeah, you guys served great the whole match, but I think Carolina's blocking was maybe the difference in the third set. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same. She helped me a lot because they made a very good defense against me, and then she could block it against. So this was the difference of the game today, what you said. And play against one team you had played before in the same tournament is very difficult because they know what we make against them and what's correct, and then they change, and we have to change again. So we need to concentrate a lot in their head. We need to think what they are thinking. So it's very difficult. And for me, we play together all time in this game, and we serve. We believe in our serve all time in this tournament. So I think we need to keep this for the final, and we have a very good finals, Brazil against Brazil.
Yeah, your on-court chemistry was great, I thought. Clearly, Southern California agrees with Brazilians, and we wish you the best of luck in the finals.
Thank you so much, Rich. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
There it is, Huntington Beach. We had a great matchup right there. As you can see, the match statistics. It has been amazing. We got 2 men's matches coming up, and you can, of course, join the conversation with FIVB Volleyball on social media at FIVB Volleyball. And we'll be here all week.
Yeah, the statistics really kind of show it. The blocks really stand out. 8-2 at the end. Brazilian are victorious. And it's, again, a Brazilian final at Huntington Beach for the women's side.
Stay tuned the rest of the day, and we'll be up here on the AVP live stream. See you later.
You.